Ken, it kind of seems like you start, you come off the bench, you play whatever minutes, like it's just kind of whatever to you. Why is it? Why is it like that? How is it that you're like not maybe phased or nothing changes with you and your attitude with that?
I think it's just my experience. This being my 6th year in the league, I've been in every situation. Started, came off the bench, played, not played. Uh, so I pretty much learned how to just come accustomed to whatever and be a professional and just prepare myself mentally for whenever my number's called.
Are there times when you're out there that you're like feeling like, okay, I'm more of like a guard in this lineup versus like, okay, I know when you're at the 5, obviously you're big, but when you're at the like kind of at the 4, are there times where you're more feeling like a big? And I ask this because
Yeah.
last game in the first half, Mark kind of had Jay Will and Chet on the floor together at the same time. In the second half,
Yeah.
he went to you and Chet on the floor together. And I'm just curious if that was kind of like still going for that too big look, or how you were feeling out there.
Not necessarily, man. Just at the end of the day, it's basketball. I think for the most part, the whole team is positionless. So it's like we're all gonna be told to kind of do the same thing. Some guys are a little different, but for the role players on the team, we're called to kind of bring energy, create action, and just play off the other guys and try to be as effective as we can.
Kenrich, on Monday we were just talking about the late game execution, those final minutes against Minnesota, and then you guys kept your composure for the most part against Denver. I know those are different games, but just what did you see change or what habits you see you guys enforcing?
Yeah, it was just a learning experience. Like I said, what was it Monday? Said Monday, we just came in, watched some film, figured out ways to get better late in the game, and guys stepped up and made some big plays.
Here's sort of to Gallo's question. If you meet somebody who is not like a diehard basketball fan or like a kid who's learning basketball and they say, what position do you play? What do
Yeah.
you say?
I'm positionless. Positionless. Just play. And that's what, to be honest with you, I try to with the kids back home that I kind of mentor a little bit. I just try to teach them like if you want to get to where you want to go, which is the NBA, you're not like there's no such thing as a position. I mean, except for if you're one of the guys like Shea, but all the guys are called to pretty much kind of be effective in their roles and pretty much do it all. To be honest with you, got to be versatile in today's game, both on offense and defense. So, yeah, to answer your question, that's positionless.
Charlotte hasn't had the season that they've wanted to have. Not much of a good record for them. But can you just talk about keeping your focus and playing a team that doesn't necessarily have one of the best records in the NBA?
Yeah, for sure. It's just pretty much about respecting the game, no matter who we play. Just last week, we played Detroit, who didn't have a good record, and we got beat. So that was a good lesson for us to learn, and it teaches you not to take opponents for granted and not take them lightly. You gotta every time we step on the floor, you gotta give it your all and play the same way every night.
You're gonna get the jersey retired tomorrow at TCU. How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited, man. I'm super excited. It's a blessing just for me and my family. And I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good experience.
Kenrich, just going back to positionless for a second, one guy who's pretty versatile as well as Aaron, and we've seen him in a lot of different roles. He's been stepping up big time for you guys off the bench over these last few games. What have you seen from him, obviously, having played with him for several years now?
Yeah, man. He's just getting better every game, and every year he's gotten better. He's stepping up his game in a major way this year. I'm super proud of him. And he puts the work in as well. And he deserves it. He deserves to be blessed like that and play the game and be productive the way he is. So I'm proud of him.
Kenrich, you talked about you were the first one to know that Dub was going to be a star.
Yeah.
He's taken that big leap this year. What have you seen from him that's gone into him, like making these extra strides as a player?
Dub's he's unique. I knew it when I seen him when I first played pickup with him that he was gonna have a chance to be very good player in this league. I think in the years to come he'll be an all-star. But it's just I think his confidence is steady rising. Shea kind of took him under his wing, and that's big for a young player like Dub in his second year to have somebody like Shea who's becoming a superstar in this league. Man, to be honest with you, he's just a fun dude, man. He's just a dude. He's just a dude. Yeah.
And unique is a word that Mark has used to describe Dub too. Is that his personality? Is that his game? Like, what is it that makes you describe him as unique?
I mean, yeah. I mean, his personality, of course. He's just a unique dude, different type of dude. I mean, you can look at him right now. He has 2 different color shoes on. Like, that's unique, man. That's different. And his game as well, man. He's very versatile. He's one of those guys that kind of slipped in the draft, but you can tell like he's coming along, and he's gonna be a force in this league.
Anything else?
Thanks, Rich.